ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Psychosin Project, and I'm very, very happy to welcome to the show Tommy Karevik of Kamelot. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
No problem, no problem. Now, you released your new album, The Shadow Theory, Friday just gone. How have you found the reaction has been to its release so far?
Oh, it's been really great. It's been overwhelming, actually. It's really, you never know what the reception is going to be when you release something, and you're always a little bit nervous, of course, how it's going to go over. But yeah, it's been great, and people are happy. So
excellent, excellent. Now, obviously, it's been a few years since you released Haven. I mean, how long did it take in total to sort of write the songs for the Shadow Theory?
Well, we started early last year.
Yeah.
And kind of hammered down some ideas and demos, and just started to work on structures and ideas of what do we want to say, what do we want to convey with this album. And so it started there, and Thomas went over to Germany and worked with Oliver to make demos and kind of smash it down, for a week here and there. And then we picked those up. Me and Oliver picked those ideas up and started working on some melodies and arrangements, and yeah, we just worked throughout the whole year in increments of time,
Yeah.
And then everything came together in the end with going down to Sasha's and recording everything and working on final arrangements and lyrics and melodies together with him, and yeah. Everything it was a tight race to the finish line, but we made it, and now the album is out on time before the tour, and everything is fine.
So just a little bit of pressure then.
Oh, it was more than a little bit of pressure.
Now, talking about the Shadow Theory, the theme to the lyrics on there seem fairly similar to Haven. So, do you consider this as a sort of sequel or continuation of the themes from Haven?
Yeah, definitely. There are some similarities, and we felt we weren't done with that kind of sci-fi, dystopic, futuristic platform. Really, we still wanted to. We felt we wanted to explore that a little bit more, on this one, and because we all love sci-fi and the future, and everything is so exciting, when you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for us it was a no-brainer. And when Thomas hatched the idea that to base it around Carl Jung's the shadow aspect.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The psychological aspect of that everyone has a shadow, and the less you embody it, the darker and bigger it gets, kind of. So that was a very interesting kind of starting point psychologically for the whole theme.
Yeah.
And then we decided to not make a story like Black Halo or Silverthorn was, where you can follow characters, but more loosely based theme. How we portray the world, basically.
Now, you brought up Silverthorn and Black Halo there, having a continuous story. Do you think you'll be doing that again on a future album, having a kind of narration all the way through an album again?
I'm sure we will. I mean, we all love that stuff. It just I've been doing it with Kamelot and also with Seventh Wonder a couple of times, and it's always very interesting process of writing, and also for people to enjoy it as a whole.
Yeah.
But this, I think people can do that with this album too. That's one of our main goals, always to make sure that it's a ride throughout the whole album. They can put it on and listen all the way through and have the right pacing, the right mood changes, and so that you really feel like you have an adventure.
Yeah, definitely. Now, you've got a couple of guests on the album, including Lauren Hart from the excellent Once Human. How did that sort of come about, and how was it to work with Lauren?
Well, Cobra from Cobra and the Lotus, she also happens to be my partner in life. She had toured with Once Human last year.
Yeah.
And so she knew her and knew that she was a great growler and a great person. So when we needed a growler for the Iron Maiden show in San Bernardino, we she came along and did a great job.
Yeah.
And then the step to having her on the album wasn't far. So she was great. She's been really accommodating. She sounds great, and now she's coming on tour with us.
Excellent. Talking of Cope, I actually interviewed her only a couple of days ago. So, have you got any plans to maybe get her on a future album with yourself?
That would be beautiful.
It would be. It would be excellent. Now, with Kamelot, you're mainly known as a bit of a power metal band, but you have so many elements in your sound, with more sort of getting included with every album you release. So, do you feel that the description of yourselves as a power metal band still fits, or do you think it's just metal is a better way to kind of describe you?
Yeah, I think it's really hard. I never know what to say when someone asks me to describe the style, because it's to me, power metal is not what it's all about.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's always been. I mean, the earlier records for sure, but the later records has had equal amounts of power metal and straightforward rock, basically, or metal in a compact form, mid-tempo stuff, and so it's more like just music. For me, it's Kamelot is musical music.
Yeah.
In a metal form, in a way.
Excellent.
So yeah, so I would say, like, obviously it's very theatrical and very easy to get images in your head when you listen to the music, because it's that brooding mood. But yeah, it's I don't know if that even came close to answering your question, but it's just like music. It's just music to me.
Well, there we go. There you go. I mean, if there's no real answer to it, which is fair enough, because like I said, you do sort of bring in elements of a bit of everything else, depending on the theme of the song. That's fair enough, man. That's fair enough. Now, you brought up, obviously, your other band earlier, Seventh Wonder. Now, when it comes to writing for the separate bands, how do you approach writing the lyrics for each band?
Well, to me, the lyrics always have a foundation in the music.
Yeah.
So if you listen to the demo that you have in front of you with no vocals, it kind of dictates a certain mood.
Yeah.
And a certain way of expressing yourself, and that's what I feel. I've come to learn that's how I have to work. I have to listen to what the music tells me, and then try to convey the message through words. So it's very different. The process is kind of different between the two bands, because the music is dictating different things.
Yeah, because obviously with Seventh Wonder you're a lot more progressive with longer songs to work with.
Longer songs, happier, also more major stuff, and just overall very different. We're in the same style of music in a way, but
yeah.
But the moods are totally different within the two bands.
Now, over the albums, Kamelot have always had a fair few guests over the years. Are there any guests that you yourself would still like to get on a future Kamelot album singing with yourself?
Well, of course, all my heroes,
Yeah.
like mostly heroes that are not longer with us. that I can, I would die to have on an album. Like Michael Jackson would be my preferred choice.
That would be interesting. That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
If only it could happen. If only it could happen.
If only it could happen. Maybe it will. Who knows if he's dead or not?
Well, yeah, there is that. If you want to feed the conspiracy theorists out there.
Yeah.
Now, for those who haven't seen the band live, luckily I'd managed to see you a couple of years ago myself. What can they expect?
Well, ever since I joined the band, I can only speak for that period of time. But
yeah.
we've been focusing a lot on giving the best live show and giving the most back to people that we can possibly do every single show. Like whether it's just participating with the crowd in certain ways, like making sure they know that they're seen and heard.
Yeah.
And because we really want to create this familiar feeling with the fans, because that's what we believe the fans want. That people want to go to a show and feel engaged and feel a part of it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do always, and give the best that we can every show. So yeah, the positive energy with the shows is what people can expect.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who saw you in London on the Haven tour a fair few years ago, it was very much like that. It was the time when you actually forgot to turn your phone off before coming on stage, and it went off.
What? Did I? Oh,
yeah, you thought it was someone else, and then you went, "Oh no, it's my phone." So...
Okay, there you go. That happens a lot to me. I don't know why.
It's the rigors of touring. These things just slip your mind. Now,
yeah, no, it's those. I keep, up until the very point I entered the stage, I have my phone. I listen to the songs.
Yeah.
To keep it fresh in my head.
Yeah.
And to have the emotion there. So usually the phone is there, and if I forget to put it aside before I go on stage, that's just so dumb.
It happens. I'm sure worse things have happened to other bands.
Yeah.
Now, with so many albums to choose from, do you find that when you're choosing a set list for your tours, it's becoming more and more difficult to make sure you get the songs you feel that everyone wants to hear and that you enjoy playing?
Oh, for sure. This time it's been a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's like, it's already hard last time, but this time it's crazy. It's just like, how can we take away this song? It's not, but we have to, because this song has to be on there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a nightmare. I don't even want to think about it. But I mean, it's a good thing too, because that means you have a lot of songs that people would probably want to hear and that we want to play. So
yeah, it's better to have too many than not enough. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So obviously Haven was really quite a big album for you. Were you hoping that this album takes the band?
Well, success is a hard thing to define.
Yeah.
But of course we want to keep on growing.
Yeah.
And we want to bring the show to new places.
Yeah.
In the world that we haven't played, of course, and that's always some kind of a measure to how much success you have. if you can bring a good production to a place where you haven't been.
Yeah.
So that we look forward to that, and really make sure that everyone that sees the Kamelot show has the same experience, in terms of production. And when we can do that, we can consider ourselves successful, I think.
Excellent. And finally, have you got anything you would like to say to all your fans out there?
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone, like from the bottom of my heart and the band's heart, that you guys are sticking with us and giving us the great, warm reception and welcome, and keep just rooting for the band on every chance you get, because Kamelot fans are something else. There's some special breed, because they really connect with the music, and they really defend the music with their heart and soul. So yeah, keep on being awesome fans, and we'll keep on giving you great music.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, The Shadow Theory by Kamelot is out now. Go check it out. It's a very, very good album indeed. And Tommy, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.